Welcome to this little hamlet on the central coast of California. Welcome to Cambria, where the Mediterranean climate keeps the annual temperature around 68 or 70 degrees year-round. We're looking at a house on Skye Street, which is about 4,200 feet from the Pacific Ocean. And Cambria is very short of water. And so people have torn up their lawns like this and planted drought-resistant plants. Here you're looking at the California state flower, the poppy. All you have to do is throw some seeds down into the ground and put a little water on them, and poppies will pop up like popcorn, if you will. So we're going to take you on a little tour here around this home in Cambria. First, we're going to take a look at this apple tree. Some good apples they're going to be eating here in a month or so. And then we'll go to the plum tree, where you'll notice that some of the leaves have been nibbled on and eaten, and we'll show you in just a minute who the scoundrels are that have been nipping away at these leaves on the plum trees. And here is one of them. We have deer that come down from the hills when the rainy season ends and the hills turn brown and the grass is dry and brittle. The deer come down into the backyards and help themselves to whatever's there. In this case, they love plum tree leaves. They don't care anything about plums. But they do love the leaves, and you'll see in a minute this doe tries to eat a plum and then spits it out. Now, this is a California mule deer. We know by the black tail, and they have extraordinary hearing. Their ears, I just love their ears. They're huge, but they can hear faint sounds a couple hundred yards away. Now this deer, she knows perfectly well that I'm behind the window in the kitchen videotaping her. And she's a little nervous, but she doesn't really worry too much right now. Deer, though, are so mystical and beautiful. You gotta love them when they run, when they stand and look at you like this. Now she's probably the mother of these two smaller doe, which are fawns, but she knows perfectly well that I'm watching, and so she's going to try to nibble on one of the plums. They're not ripe yet. Well, first she prefers the leaves. They love the leaves of plum trees. They love roses and some grasses, and as I say, tremendous hearing, tremendous eyesight. And yet, because the hills are brittle brown right now, they'll be happy to come down into anybody's garden in Cambria and help themselves. She's going to munch a little bit here now, and in a minute, she'll take one of those plums into her mouth, and you will witness her spitting it out. She's still chewing on the leaves, and any minute now, we'll see what I've been predicting. Okay, there's a plum. She grabs it right there, twirls it around in her mouth a little bit, trying to see if it will taste very good. And in the end, she will spit it out. Now we're in the backyard again, and taking a look at some of these tall eucalyptus trees. Technically, the eucalyptus are invasive species in Cambria, and a lot of people really hate them and want to cut them down. Their bark sheds a lot of mess on the ground, but no matter that they are invasive, they are habitat, provide habitat for countless birds. In these very trees in the backyard here, we have 10 to 15 turkey vultures that roost every night. And we have acorn woodpeckers that live here, jays. The quail enjoy these eucalyptus trees, and frankly, I like the smell. Now we're taking a walk around the back garage, and quite a bit of property here, a very enjoyable habitat for humans as well as birds. And there's also the aroma that you get from eucalyptus. You can walk through the forest, which is on the other side of our fence, and it's spongy from years of leaves and bark soaking into the ground. And we're going to take another look here and end up looking at the back of our house, and here's the windmill, and you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows behind the green door.